Now, hepatitis A is a virus that affects the liver. It's transmitted by not washing your hands after going to the bathroom, through food, sex, and sharing needles or cigarettes. Now, officials are just trying to keep it from spreading. The county hopes to vaccinate 40,000 homeless people in the coming weeks.
And back here in the Valley, the Clark County Commission has approved a plan to let Oasis Cannabis become the first 24-hour marijuana dispensary in Las Vegas. According to the Review Journal, the CEO of the dispensary plans to start operating around the clock this Friday. The county commissioners, though, they are also moving forward with plans to allow 26 other dispensaries to operate 24 hours a day. But those changes probably will not be approved before October 3rd. Well, coming up here on Midday, we are now getting a better look at what happened to Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria tore through.
But this midday, there is hope. Emergency crews are going door to door to try and save lives.
A small dog is rescued after a home explodes. It happened in Los Angeles. It was just happened yesterday, and our crews were able to rescue and reunite the dog with the homeowner. But the cause of that explosion right now is still under investigation, although the gas company officials say it was not caused by natural gas, but at least somewhat of a happy ending there, considering the damage. Oh boy, look at that.
Can you imagine? All of a sudden your house explodes? All right, well, the death toll from Hurricane Maria now stands at 10 as it strengthens again. The storm is now headed toward the Turks and Caicos Islands after leaving behind mass destruction in Puerto Rico. Yeah,
the monster storm made landfall there as a Category 4 hurricane with 155-mile-per-hour winds, knocking out power to the entire island. And ABC's Elizabeth Herr is in New York with the latest.
Overnight, Hurricane Maria brushing the Dominican Republic with heavy wind and rain after pounding Puerto Rico. Flooding neighborhood after neighborhood, some areas getting more than 30 inches of rain in just 24 hours, knocking out power to everyone. One emergency official claiming the island is destroyed and telecommunications collapsed.
The wind's taking down these big old trees here in Old San Juan, and balcony railings coming crashing down onto these cobblestone streets.
ABC's senior meteorologist Rob Marciano is on the ground where there is debris everywhere.
We don't have power, we don't have water. There is
Christy
a generator.
Caban and her husband, visiting from Nashville, say they barely survived the storm in a hotel room with their 13-month-old baby.
We got a call this morning around 3 a.m. to go ahead and evacuate our rooms because the wind had picked up so much.
This morning, thousands of evacuees are still in shelters as search and rescue teams are now going door to door looking for anyone possibly trapped in their flooded homes.
Puerto Rico was absolutely obliterated. Puerto Rico got hit with winds. They say they've never seen winds like this anywhere.
President Trump went on to say he will visit Puerto Rico, and earlier he approved a disaster declaration making federal funding available to help with the recovery. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
All right, Justin, back here at home, I heard that the wind knocking some trees around my house early this morning. It's pretty nasty stuff right now.
I feel like this time yesterday I was saying you might hear the wind when you move around your house tonight. I woke up last night, early this morning, it's like, all right, the wind. Although now it's just really a hassle if you have to do anything outside, and driving around is even a little bit of a trouble so far. And I think for the folks who commute during 3, 4, 5 p.m., the busy time of the afternoon drive home, it's going to be extra blustery out there. A lot of sunshine. If you're just looking outside through the window, you might not really have a sense of the weather making some big changes, but that's what's happening over the next 24 hours. Much cooler air pushing in from the north. Winds right now 23 miles per hour. It's only 79 degrees, so it is 3 degrees cooler than we were 24 hours ago. Humidity 26%. I do not think we're going to see any showers here in the valley with this arrival of our next weather system. Obviously squeezing out a lot of wind though. 22-mile-per-hour breeze north Las Vegas, 25-mile-per-hour steady wind up in the northeast side of the valley around Nellis. So the peak wind gusts through the middle of the day, conceivably we could see some brief 40-mile-per-hour gusts through the lunch hour. It's more likely that we'll have 45-mile-per-hour gusts as we head from mid-afternoon toward dinner time. And then after dark, by 7 p.m., it's pitch black outside. We are looking at evening breezes around 30 miles per hour. By midnight, I think the winds will drop under 20 miles per hour. Here's Wind Tracker. I know you're probably most concerned about your part of the valley as we head through the early afternoon. The strongest winds out towards Summerlin, really anywhere around Las Vegas. by mid-afternoon, could see those 40, 45 mile per hour breezes. It's most likely, though, on the west side of the valley through the early afternoon. By the late afternoon, we still think some gusts of 40, 45 miles per hour are possible just about anywhere, but they're going to be most likely off on the west side. Red Rock Canyon, as I mentioned before the break, has the possibility for some 55 mile per hour gusts this afternoon. By 11 p.m., here's some good news. As the wind advisory expires just an hour before midnight, we really think that the winds will drop off fairly quickly. With calmer conditions midnight through tomorrow morning, that's going to really allow our temperatures to take a big dip. 79 right now in Las Vegas. It's 80 in North Las Vegas. Talking about temperatures only climbing into the low 80s by mid-afternoon, so not really looking at a really sizable warm-up here over the next few hours. But check these winds. Steady at almost 25 miles per hour through lunchtime. The strongest winds mid-afternoon around 3 p.m. And that is something to consider, to think about for the kiddos when they come home from school. 77, that's it for the high today in Summerlin. Mount Charleston, a town at 8,000 feet, will drop from the 50s for highs today down to 30 degrees tonight. The rest of the valley looking at the coolest night since the spring. Lows in the upper 50s in Las Vegas late tonight and early Friday morning. So up in northern parts of Nevada, they've got a rain-snow mix. Actually in the 30s toward Ely with some cold rain. There might be a stray shower during the afternoon over the Spring Mountains, but here in the valley, we are looking at dry weather. Here's the 7-day planner. How long does this cool snap last? Well, for a while, at least through the weekend. Friday, tomorrow, first day of fall. Fall starts officially at 1:02 p.m. High temperatures in the upper 70s. Again, waking up to the 50s Saturday and Sunday morning. That means a cool weekend in the upper 70s, and we're expecting a lot less wind Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Some breezes coming in from the north early next week, but guys, it's going to be until Wednesday before temperatures get back into the mid-80s. Spoiler alert, I am looking for a return of 90-degree weather by Thursday of next week.
Thanks, Justin. Well, the Vegas Golden Knights are ready to hit the ice once again and hope to stay undefeated in the preseason. Hey, we'll take it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but who cares, right? Let's enjoy it. The Knights, they're going to play San Jose tonight at 7:30. They'll take on the Sharks there. Now, the team tweeted out which players will be on the ice for the game, and no big surprises here as Tyler Wong will be back on the ice. He, of course, helped bring the team to victory during their last game. Now, the team headed up to San Jose after their morning skate in Summerlin.
I mean, they must feel so good just to be on a hockey team in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a cool thing.
It seems like every step along the way, they have done things the right way.
Yes, they have. Yeah. Great. Yeah. So, hey, go team. Preseason is an indicator of the season, then we'll take it.
I like it.
Well, taxpayers footing the bill for private jets chartered by the White House.
Yeah, we're going to have a look right now at why private jets are being used to conduct official government business. Well, now to another cabinet secretary for President Trump facing questions about the use of private jets.
Health Secretary Tom Price chartered 5 private jets just last week. ABC's Cecilia Vega has more on how these trips are paid for by the taxpayers.
Health Secretary Tom Price this morning facing tough questions about why he needed to fly on private jets to conduct official government business.
The American people need to know that their tax dollars are being spent wisely.
A fiscal conservative and former member of Congress who once tweeted, "Congress doesn't need to have private jets." But according to Politico, Price took an unprecedented 5 different flights on privately chartered planes last week alone. And the organizations he visited tell ABC News they did not foot the bill. One of those trips, a short 30-minute ride to Philadelphia, $10,000 round trip on a private plane, compared to about $700 on a commercial flight and less than $300 on the train.
It's just not right. It's just not right.
Democrats now calling for an investigation.
Is tens of thousands of dollars in spending on private planes a good example of spending government money?
It's not a good example of spending money. It's something that we need to investigate. It's an example of wasteful spending in my mind.
Price makes for the 3rd member of the Trump administration whose travel is under scrutiny. Environmental Protection Agency investigators are looking into Secretary Scott Pruitt's frequent trips to his home state of Oklahoma, taxpayers footing the bill. And the Treasury Department is reviewing Secretary Steve Mnuchin's flight to Kentucky on a government jet, a trip where he and his wife viewed the eclipse. Mnuchin also requested a government plane to fly him and his new bride on their overseas summer honeymoon, but he withdrew that request after being told it would look bad.
And that was Cecilia Vega reporting. Now, as for Health Secretary Price's private jet travel, the White House so far is not commenting, but a Health and Human Services Department spokesperson says that Price has a demanding schedule. Well, still ahead here on Midday, the First Lady takes center stage at the UN. Coming up, Melania Trump making a public stance against a problem that some say her husband is contributing to.
And we also take a look at a school district that wants to take parents to court if their kids don't have lunch money. We'll explain.
Now, from Las Vegas, this is 13 Action News live at midday.
And right now in Action News live at midday, a man is beaten unconscious by police officers for an outstanding warrant, and now his family is speaking out.
Plus, First Lady Melania Trump is being criticized for her stance on cyberbullying at a United Nations luncheon, but she's also being praised. We'll explain.
But first, Hurricane Maria slammed into Puerto Rico. Huge waves, massive rain, and winds all completely shut down power to that island.
Well, this morning we are hearing incredible stories from people who have survived Hurricane Maria's direct hit.
Yeah, those floods tore right through neighborhoods. They also had some storm surges. They rose from 5 feet above ground level in some spots. That is according to the National Hurricane Center. And ABC's Victor Oquendo has more.
This morning, in the wake of Maria, harrowing accounts of survival begin to surface. Ramon Caldero and his family rode out this Category 4 monster in Guaynabo. In this neighborhood, most homes didn't follow any building codes when they were built and are extremely vulnerable to powerful storms.
My sister's room.
Their family of 5 hiding in a kitchen, avoiding this near-death hit.
Good thing no one was here. Yeah, I was worried, but...
You were worried?
Yeah, then my sister was screaming like that.
Just take a look. The power pole is down, there's down power lines, and underneath that, that's a transformer. Just east of San Juan, Christy Caban and her husband visiting from Nashville, riding out the storm in a hotel room with their 13-month-old baby.
We got a call this morning around 3 a.m. to go ahead and evacuate our rooms because the wind had picked up so much.
The winds upwards of 150 miles per hour, their room flooded.
We don't have power, we don't have water.
Less than 100 miles away, the island of St. Croix, also in Maria's crosshairs. The search and rescue teams are out. They continue working, but for those who are already in a safe place, officials want them to stay put for the time being because conditions are still dangerous. Victor Oquendo, ABC News, San Juan, Puerto Rico.
And also happening right now, Tropical Storm Jose is about to unleash heavy rains and strong winds on the East Coast.
Yeah, it's getting weaker, but it's forecast to dump a ton of rain on the New England coast over the next few days. People there are preparing, stocking up on some supplies and getting things off ground level. It's expected to send strong winds and cause coastal flooding too. Parts of North Carolina and Virginia already saw lots of rain from the storm.
All right, and closer to home, check this out. Some sightseers there got more than they expected out of their trip to Lake Tahoe. Heavy rain in the Sierra Nevadas turned to snow in some places. This is video from Mount Rose Highway just north of Tahoe.
No thanks.
We're talking about snow, and it is still officially summer, at least for one more day, just in case.
Last day of summer. Of course, we're talking about snow up in the northern part of the state. Interesting that as cold and as wet and snowy as it is in northern parts of the state, we're not expecting that moisture to make it all the way south to Las Vegas. The wind, though, has no problem just rushing on in, and that's obvious if you poked your head outside last night, this morning, or this midday. Here's a look at 13 First Alert Desert Doppler. At the green, some rain. The blue, the purple, that is some wet snow up in northern parts of the state. Current conditions here in the valley, 79 at McCarran, 78 Henderson, 80 degrees north Las Vegas. But really, it's the wind that's the most important weather variable today. And we've got steady winds at all 3 of those locations from 20 to 25 miles per hour, with the gusts already exceeding 30 miles per hour from time to time. The steady winds will get stronger as we head through the next couple of hours. The worst winds from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 o'clock this afternoon. That coincides with the afternoon commute. Bad timing there. And still dealing with some pretty gusty conditions through 9, 10 p.m. After that, I think the winds will tail off. UV index, if you're getting outside, it's high despite the cooler temperatures. What I wanted to let you know, we've got an air quality alert, moderate air quality because of blowing dust. That's on account of the wind. We will let you know when exactly our temperatures are expected to plummet, because it's going to be even colder when we wake up tomorrow morning. That part of the forecast is next.
All right, Justin, thank you. Well, police right now, they are releasing this surveillance video right here. It shows some officers in Ohio carrying a man into jail after allegedly beating him unconscious. Now, the man is being carried in. He's bleeding, and he's been stripped of his clothes. And for his mom, she says this was really hard to watch.
I wouldn't even. That's like an animal. This is like an animal. This is not like my son. This is not a human being.
Well, all of this comes after this cell phone video right here showing the suspect being punched and kicked by officers inside a store. The suspect was being arrested for an outstanding warrant, and police say that he was resisting arrest.
Well, back in the Valley, thieves are stealing mail, and this time from an entire apartment complex right near Desert Inn and McLeod. They struck in the middle of the night, but the video is clear as day. Two crooks approach around 2:45 a.m. Monday. Seconds later, the crowbar is in action, and the thief is prying open mailboxes to get the precious items inside.
There's two people, so I mean, I know one person was keeping on look, but I don't think they noticed that there's a camera right there. Not the brightest people in the world.
Well, apartment owners say that they didn't report it to police because after the last big theft, they claim nothing was done. Well, officials say that you should always report thefts to the postal inspector and to the police right away.
All right, and here's one for the parents out there. A local dad is looking to spruce up strollers. He started a business called Stroller Costumes. Well, he spent some 2 years developing them to fit most strollers on the market. Now, the dad of two says that it required lots of money and time away from his kids, but right now he is following his dream. So far, they currently have 6 characters available. He says the idea came about because his son hated his stroller.
Beyond giving him my cell phone, I thought to myself, what can I do to convince him? And then it hit me that my wife told me that a friend of hers drives a half an hour out of her way to a special Smith store that has those special shopping carts.
Yeah, I know my 2-year-old would love that idea. Well, he has the sights right now set on Shark Tank. He's hoping to get some investors for the company.
All right, good luck to him. Hey, the First Lady center stage at the UN with a speech talking about cyberbullying. But that initiative raising some questions about the president's own Twitter habits. ABC's Tom Yamas has that story.
This morning, First Lady Melania Trump taking a public stance against a problem some say her husband is contributing to.
We must turn our focus right now to the message and content they're exposed to on a daily basis through social media, the bullying, the experience online and in person.
The First Lady speaking at the United Nations at a luncheon she hosted for spouses of world leaders.
By our own example, we must teach children to be good stewards of the world they will inherit. We must remember that they are watching and listening. As adults, we are not merely responsible, we are accountable.
Swift reaction to Mrs. Trump's remarks, including from Hillary Clinton.
I think there'd be a lot of people who'd be willing to help her if she were serious about actually following through.
This all coming just days after President Trump retweeted a video of himself hitting Hillary Clinton with a golf ball. Before that, body slamming CNN and infamously trolling the host of Morning Joe in a tweet calling them Crazy Mika and Psycho Joe. George asking then-candidate Trump about his most vicious tweets.
I'm sure you've seen this. The New York Times was all the people they say you've insulted on Twitter.
That's okay. Most of them deserved it.
During the campaign, President Trump making it a sport to belittle his rivals.
Lion, 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 Ted. Little Marco.
I think his response, his visceral response to attack people on their appearance, short, tall, fat, ugly. My goodness, that happened in junior high.
I never attacked him on his look, and believe me, there's plenty of subject matter right there. That I can tell you.
And Melania Trump, who said she has talked to her husband about some of his tweets, defending his response during the campaign.
As you may know by now, when you attack him, he will punch back 10 times harder.
Some criticize the First Lady for taking a stance against cyberbullying following her husband's behavior. But others are defending the First Lady, saying she's courageous for taking up an issue so widespread in today's society.
If she's going to be mocked for what she's doing, so be it. It doesn't appear to me that that's going to stop her from taking the issue on.
All right, well, Jimmy Kimmel is at it again. The former Las Vegas resident went on a rant slamming the GOP bill to try and repeal and replace Obamacare.
Right, this is what he said on the show.
Which part don't I understand? Is it the part where you cut $243 billion from federal health care assistance? Am I not understanding the part where states would be allowed to let insurance companies price you out of coverage for having pre-existing conditions? Maybe I don't understand the part of your bill.
Well, obviously frustrated sounding there because his comments came after one of the bill's sponsors said the talk show host doesn't understand the legislation. So that's kind of his response to that.
Right.
Well, take a look at this. This is what hundreds of people are coming to see every year for Halloween in town here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, and even though Halloween is still more than a month away, the Dino Man, as he calls himself there in Henderson, is getting ready for the flow of visitors, and Marissa Kinniston stopped by the house to check it out.
Every year is bigger than the year before.
6,000 people. That's how many people Steve Springer expects to come by his house this Halloween.
I remember when we first started, there was 150 trick-or-treaters.
And when you see his house, it's easy to see why. It looks straight out of Jurassic Park.
You gotta make it inside the big egg, okay?
But for Halloween,
We have to start early.
some of the dinosaurs are replaced by zombies.
Of course, the park will transform.
Springer was a Clark County school teacher for 30 years, and when he retired, he built his free museum in his front yard. Now he offers tours to kids who stop by, teaching them about prehistoric history.
Kids were always my life, and they're always going to be there.
But most of his visitors come Halloween night. Springer will spend the next few weeks getting ready, but he says
Let your imagination just soar.
it's his favorite time of year. Marissa Kinniston, 13 Action News.
All right, certainly is unique, right? All right, well, UNLV Rebel fans, well, they have a new way to experience game day. The new Game Day app is available to download for your mobile device. It's going to offer up-to-the-minute news and information on UNLV athletics. Fans will also have access to special offers from UNLV athletics partners. It is free in the Apple App Store as well as in Google Play.
Hey, still ahead on Midday, taking parents to court if their kids don't have lunch money.
Yeah, a school district believes that this could possibly be the solution to make up thousands of dollars.
And here's a live look at the New York Stock Exchange. The Dow is down 35 points. Justin?
Temperatures headed in that direction, especially late tonight, early Friday morning. We'll wake up to the 50s in Las Vegas for the first time since spring. See how long the cool snap lasts and when we're going to get rid of these winds in your 7-day planner.
The Dodgers are good.
All right, well, this is tough to see here. The New York Yankees game was stopped for several minutes yesterday. A 3-year-old girl was hit in the face by a foul ball and knocked her out cold. That ball was flying about 105 miles per hour. And the third baseman, you see him there, Todd Frazier, certainly is shaken up by this incident. And he said after the game he has 2 kids roughly that same age. Now, the good news here is, as of this morning, the girl's family is saying that she is doing okay, but she was taken to the hospital. But this incident is now reigniting the debate over protective netting at stadiums.
Yeah, I guess it's not required, or it's certain?
Yeah, only certain portions of it, but she was further down the third base line, and so that's just open. So,
Tough. Hey, a school district in Missouri is threatening to take parents to court if they don't pay for their children's school lunches.
Well, school officials say that some parents have not paid for their lunches, for their kids' lunches, from kindergarten all the way through their senior year. And Stephanie Sendova has more now.
Parents not paying for school lunch could face small claims court if their balance reaches $500. And parents can even miss events such as graduation ceremonies if they don't cooperate with the school district. It's a decision the school board thinks will solve the non-payment problem, a roughly $30,000 a year problem.
We're talking about people who, for one reason or another, just refuse to pay.
The superintendent says this has been an ongoing issue for quite some time now.
I think in the past, there's been a hands-off approach. There's really been no consequence.
He says right now there are around 70 families that owe the school lunch money.
And so this policy allows us to take them to small claims court to try and receive that compensation back.
An avoidable expense by a simple payment plan, the school board president says.
We will work out a payment plan for them. They can sign up for free and reduced lunch. Some of them just don't fill out the paperwork, and they have to fill the paperwork out in order for it to work.
And that was Stephanie Sandova reporting. Now, the policy does not affect families that already receive government assistance in order to pay for food.
Can you imagine that not being let into your child's graduation because you didn't pay for their school lunches all year? That'd be a big slap in the face.
Although I'm the first one to let things slide, but after a couple of years,
you get
sort of
pick up on it.
See the writing on the wall, I suppose. I want to talk to you about wind. Tomorrow, I want to talk to you about cooler temperatures. But today, I'm focused.
And no wind tomorrow? That's what I want to get to.
Yeah,
when is it stopping?
Let's find out, Dana. Wind tracker this afternoon, 45-mile-per-hour gusts. That's pretty serious stuff. This evening, 30-mile-per-hour winds. I think as we make it toward midnight, though, that's when the winds will start to relax. They'll stay under 20 miles per hour. We're talking about the gust here. And for Dana, tomorrow, winds under 20 miles per hour all day long. So, yeah, calmer conditions as we head from Friday into most of the weekend. Temperatures this Thursday, we're only 80 degrees North Las Vegas, up to 84 Centennial Hills. We've got a lot of sunshine outside for you. Kids coming home from school will be fighting against the wind. Look at these steady breezes around 30 miles per hour from the southwest during the early to mid-afternoon. Temperatures about 10 degrees cooler than it was yesterday. Instead of low 90s, we'll be in the low 80s. And we've got even cooler weather coming for Friday and your weekend. But yeah, the high today, 81 Anthem, 83 in Henderson, 86 in Mesquite. Look at how cold it's going to get late tonight through early Friday morning. Low temperatures usually happen right around sunrise, so about 6 o'clock Friday morning, we'll drop to 59 here in Vegas. Down to 30 degrees, below freezing for the first time since the spring up around Mount Charleston. And this cool snap during the daytime will go on Friday through the weekend. Highs only in the upper 70s tomorrow as well as Saturday. We'll call it a cool snap during the day, but a cold snap at night. Valley temperatures dropping to the upper 50s for the next several nights. Hey, at least we're not worried about snow mixing with the rain. That is the case up toward Ely and Elko. The moisture with this system is going to stay up to the north of us, sort of rotate from northern Nevada over toward Utah. But obviously we're close enough to this rather large system that it's driving all of our wind today. Our wind advisory for those steady 20-30 mile per hour breezes, gusts 35 to 40 miles per hour. The strongest winds close to the valley, Red Rock Canyon this afternoon could have 55 mile per hour wind gusts. Here's Hurricane Maria. As you know, moved across Puerto Rico yesterday morning. Now it is north of the Dominican Republic. The Turks and the Caicos are the next island nations in the path of this storm. Does look like this is going to stay well far away from the East Coast, so we're not going to have to worry about Hurricane Maria in Florida or Georgia or the Carolinas. Currently, though, a Category 3 storm. Dana, earlier in the newscast, mentioned big storm, Tropical Storm Jose, impacting parts of the East Coast. We're talking about northeastern parts of the country or around New England. Tropical storm warning for those folks. Here's our 7-day planner. As promised, some calmer conditions Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Winds under 20 miles per hour most of those days. Dana, will turn a bit breezy next week, but temperatures below average, only in the 80s through next Wednesday.
All right, well, we are chatting about something exciting. This is the 3rd annual Heart of Education Awards honoring outstanding teachers in Clark County School District. And we love this because our teachers deserve to be honored, right? We have Myron Martin, the CEO of the Smith Center here. And we also have Beverly Rogers, board chair of the Rogers Foundation. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I remember talking to you about this last year and seeing some of the recap videos and things. And what a success. And it's so great to see all the teachers honored. It's important, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's you can't see a sea of more happy faces.
Yeah.
They get all, decked out, and they don't look like your basic school teacher anymore.
Yeah.
And they love it. They walk the red carpet. It's a really nice thing.
So how did this even come about, Myron? How did you guys get involved with the Rogers Foundation?
Well, we went to the Rogers Foundation because we were inspired by something that was happening at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C., where they learned a way to recruit and retain their best teachers.
Okay.
By honoring them, by thanking them.
What a great idea,
by
right?
By focusing on their great work. And so we said, we want to do that because we know there are great teachers right here in Clark County. And when they go above and beyond, we hope that people will nominate them for an award, for one of these Heart of Education awards. We bring them to the Smith Center, the top 900 teachers. Top 900 teachers in the city and a guest come to the Smith Center. You can see in the images there that they come and they have a great time. They get a swag bag full of really great gifts.
Oh, it's like the Emmys or the
Oscars. Yeah, absolutely. Red carpet,
exactly
the whole
like that.
Yeah, they get then the 20 winners of the winners get $5,000 apiece,
Wow.
plus $1,000 to spend any way they'd like to direct at their schools.
And is it difficult? How easy is it for folks to get to nominate someone? Is it a long sheet?
They
you
can
need
be
to
elected
figure out?
by, no, it's very simple. They go to heartofeducation.org and they can, peers can nominate students, past students, alumni, administrators.
Right.
It's wide open.
But you got to put a lot
And
of
we
thought
like
into
to
what you
really-
say, right?
Well,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. Anytime you see a teacher doing great work and putting kids first, you go online and you'd simply nominate them. It takes a tiny little bit of time, and it makes such a big difference.
It sure does. And the reason you guys are on the show today is because the nominations just recently opened up, right?
Yes.
Just open up, and again, you could be a student, you can be an alumni, you can be a fellow teacher, you can be the lunch lady who sees great teaching going on, and you can nominate a great teacher, because we know that here in Las Vegas, there are great teachers serving the Clark County School District.
Sure are. Last year you had Dr. Jill Biden as your speaker. This year you can't tell us who it is, but you said it is exciting. You guys are excited about it, right?
I don't even
we
know
are
who
excited.
it is. He's not telling.
We are excited about it, but you know, you think about it. We're putting on a show just for these teachers, and so of course we're going to recruit some great speakers to come and be a part of it.
Always the best at the Smith Center.
Entertainment, the whole deal.
Thank you both for coming on.
Thank you.
And again, the website real quick to go to for more info?
Heartofeducation.org, or you can just go to the Smith Center website and there's a link.
Perfect. We'll be back. Great.